Welcome back to the Tennessippi States Only Challenge as we have arrived in the AFC Conference Championship. And as it's been the last two games, so will it be today. It is win or the series is over. Now today we get an opportunity to finally go back up against the Cincinnati Bengals, a team we were fighting to take that first round bye from. And Cincy gave us a great opportunity. They dropped their last three games, one against the Panthers, Browns, and the Ravens. But with a botched late game field goal in week 17, we shut the door on ourselves and the Bengals took that first round bye. With it, they were able to rest up before taking on the Chiefs in the divisional round, beating them 27-21. Meanwhile, we had to go through the Patriots, a 28-21 win for ourselves, and then also taking out our division rival for the third time this season in the Colts, 35-18. And today, we're gonna see a battle between the top two receivers in the NFL this year. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 1585, 22 touchdowns. Jalen Hyatt, 1564, 20 touchdowns. Though Hyatt did do it on a lot less opportunity. 115 catches to just 91 for Hyatt. This will also be the only game this year that Dak Prescott is starting against the Bengals. In the previous matchup, which was a close game, it was Joe Milton at starting QB. That game ended 34-36 in favor of the Bengals. And it was a really good showing from all quarterbacks. Dak Prescott did throw two passes in that game, one of which was a touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, he threw 4 touchdowns. Joe Milton, 2 touchdowns, but he did have the only turnover on the day, though had the highest completion percentage for anyone throwing over 2 passes. But this was an early season game, second game of the year, and both teams have very much changed throughout the year. And our path to victory, it's gonna come through the defensive secondary, as Trevor Lawrence, he's thrown for 4,200 yards, 42 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions this year. The running game, basically non-existent for him. Very similar to how we run our offense. Trevor Lawrence was their leading rusher with 415 yards. He had 2 touchdowns. Jaylen Warren, 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. They also have Casey Johnston, 306 and 4 touchdowns, and Monte Benson, 141 yards, though still 4 touchdowns. It really all comes down to the passing game. As mentioned, 22 touchdowns for JSN. They also have Gerald Green, who had 10 more receiving touchdowns. McConkey didn't really get many touchdowns, only 1, but near 900 yards. And then Cole Kmet, 6 more touchdowns at tight end. Defensively, JOK 130 tackles, though they also have overshown a second player over 100 tackles. They have 4 players in double digits for TFLs and 2 players topping their sack columnate in Hutchinson with 7 and Shelton Godfrey with 6.5. They're also no stranger to interceptions, Asante Samuel Jr. with 6 and Niles Loud with 5. They have a pretty good kicker in John Mitchell. He's got a strong leg. He can hit from near 60. He just shows a little bit more inaccuracy with those deep kicks. And to start with a big step forward, we begin on offense. This offense has been on a tear in the postseason. We start down the middle, right. He picks up 5. As discussed, we're not much of a rushing team, as actually an injury on the field is JOK. We just saw that he is the tackle leader for this team, so that could be a big blow to at least the middle of their defense. 2nd and 5, we will pass. Prescott down to the flat, spinning with the first down is DK. Of course, we would not be here today if it wasn't for his late game touchdown in the divisional round. Another pass here, Prescott, deep shot and broken up. Jump ball for Hyatt is denied into double coverage. 2nd and 10 then. Bunch up top, 1 below, make that 2 below as Wright motions out. Prescott now with an empty set as he will look to throw under pressure and sack. Boye Mafe. A pretty good tandem from both sides of the rush here, leaving us with a 3rd and 19. An immediate rush, and we can't even get the screen set up. The Bengals defense swarms, and they will now send out Lawrence. His stats looked really good, though we know from real life he's not always the best quarterback throwing into tight coverage there. However, Green holds on. Emerson, as well as several other Titans defenders in tight coverage, there goes as a gain of 5, so both offenses start with a gain of 5. Lawrence dropping back under pressure. Dockery doesn't get there in time, but he does force the throwaway. So another similarity as we begin here. First the gain of 5, then some pass rush. 3rd and 5, motion here goes Kmet down to the bottom as Lawrence has time and getting the first down grab. Green. Once again, Emerson Jr. there, just not able to make the play. First down for the Bengals at the 35. They go with a handoff. A swarming tackle goes Nathaniel Watson. He wrapped around the edge, met the running back in the backfield, though he does push forward for a gain of 1, leaving 2nd and 9 and an empty set. Lawrence, once again in the pocket. Open target across the middle is Green, and an interesting tackle attempt from Willie Gay. Green ends up breaking the tackle, stumbling forward, leaving him with a 3rd and inches. A heavy set, though Lawrence will throw under pressure, finding his target across the middle. That's Vlad McConkey. So far today, Lawrence doing well under pressure. That's going to be key for this Bengals offense. As they hand it off down the middle, Deo wraps him up. Perfect block shed, sat waiting for him, no gain. So at the 49, they inch into plus territory, make it an empty set as Lawrence motions out the running back. Will look to throw across the middle, back to McConkey, and he is shy of the first. The offense has moved well so far. They'll change up the look here, a single back set, 2 receiver stack up top. Lawrence quick throws to the flat, and Green's got the first. Not looking for a big play there, but getting the play are the Bengals. 1st and 10, another empty set, quick throw. Kmet with the catch, gain of 5. Very ticky-tacky plays so far, but it's working. Bengals, they've marched down inside the 35. Another empty set here for Lawrence. Just a 4-man rush. They go to Green, and he's got about a gain of 1. Though he's already racked up 5 catches, they'll need about 5 yards here on 3rd. Lawrence with a blitz sent, picked up, open target again. This time Kmet gets the first. Probably averaging around 6 to 7 yards per pass, but that's going to get you a first down eventually. Lawrence deep shot, McConkey, he's down to the 3. Lulling the defense to underneath coverage, then takes his shot. Smart calling by the OC. Bunched down the bottom here for 1st and goal. Lawrence throws into a jumbled up mess of receivers and defensive backs. Oh, from the celebration, you're going to assume Golson got a hand on it to knock it away. 2nd and goal. Lawrence quick throw up top, and Kmet shakes 1 and into the end zone. The safety couldn't make the tackle, and Pittman couldn't get out there quick enough. Bengals take the lead, 7-0. And they do so, draining almost the entire quarter away. Enough time for maybe 1-2 more plays depending. A.J. Brown in motion as our offense back on the field. Quick slant. We find Brown. And with it, we will head into the 2nd quarter. Only a handful of plays offensively. We missed out on a couple plays. We had to punt. Good drive from the Bengals, and now our offense needs to answer. Starting the 2nd quarter at the 36. We hand this one off down the middle right. We'll pick up maybe 1.5. Neither team focused much on the running game, though feel like we've ran it a little bit more than we typically do. Blitz here on 3rd and a sack. Boye Mafe. 2 sacks for him on the game, and yet again, it's a punt forced. And it's our defense is going to have to do something here to break the momentum. 2 good stops for the Bengals defense, a touchdown drive, and now their 2nd possession, they find the shot up the sideline. In one play, Nelson takes them to the opposite side of the field at the 47. Now an empty set here, though, motioning the running back into the backfield and then send him to the flat. A lot of dressing on that play to only gain a few. But considering how efficient their offense has been, can't take anything away from the play calling. It has worked. 2nd and 6. Play action. Lawrence throws under pressure, but held on to. Outside of maybe 2 plays, The secondary has been there. They just haven't been able to knock that ball away. As they go with the draw here, it opens up for the running back. He's going to pick up 6 on the carry. But now an injury coming in. It's one of the offensive linemen for the Bengals. So they've had 2 guys shaken up early on in this game, though they've been able to handle it. A blitz brought here. No problem. Lawrence, accurate throw. Another first down for the Bengals. They're inside the 25. Another empty set here. Very similar offenses as McConkey with a great grab over the top of Emerson. That's 2 big grabs setting up his team inside the 5. This time goal to go at the 2. Bunch up top, 1 down below. They hand it off and rumbling on in. Trucking through Deo well after Benson. Gives the Bengals a 2-score lead. Once again with half the quarter gone. Our offense coming out here needing to answer before this one slips away all too soon. DK in motion, he makes it a stack. Prescott throws his way, spinning, shucking off of one, but not getting by the next, is a gain of 5. They'll follow it with a tight single back set here, Prescott under center. They bring the blitz, and another sack. They've had a sack per drive so far, keeping us with these long down and distances. At least that one doesn't end the drive, but it does set up a favorable matchup here for the defense. 3rd and 14, Prescott. He's running here. The 35-year-old slides instead of taking contact. He must have been watching the Ohio State-Oregon game because that's how that game ended. 4th and 5, though the offense stays out here risky. Hard count, no one jumps. Second hard count, no one jumps. And Prescott snaps it. He's got his tight end, who looks to have the first. However, a flag is down, and it's a holding call. They'll have to punt. Just an awful start here for our Tennessippi. Down 14-0, Bengals back out on offense. 2 really good drives. Lawrence is feeling it. He finds McConkey for yet another grab. As the 2-minute warning arrives from there, opposite to the first drive, second drive is a little bit more down the field passing, so adjustments, they're being made difficult here for the defense. Though with 2 quick passes underneath, they get the first down. Now their offense has been a slower, methodical moving offense. Inside the 2-minute warning, can they move fast enough? Well, the deep shot here, Lawrence, he's got Nelson down to the 3. I think they're moving fast enough. In fact, I think our Coach Manning here would love for them to slow down a good bit. Well, yet again, a goal-to-go situation. They hand this one off. Benson slips 1, not going to get by the next 2. And the Bengals will call their first timeout after, leaving them with a minute at the 2-yard line. They've got plenty of time here. 2 go up top, got 2 tight ends to the bottom. Hand it back off Benson, who dives too early. He's taken out by Waller, but he does manage 1 in the process. 3rd and goal as we approach the 22nd mark. Lawrence will throw up top, diving grab. Bengals with a 3-touchdown lead in the AFC Conference Championship. Our offense did not show up, and our defense hasn't either. But with 17 seconds and 3 timeouts, you got to feel like you need to find something offensively here. Carry something, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. The offense comes on out here. A little bit of some play action. Prescott, he's going to roll and look downfield. Hyatt gets the grab down at the 20. Timeout called. If you play smart here, you got enough time for 2 plays towards the end zone. And that's exactly what we expect Coach to do. Jump ball here for base. He drops it, but a flag is down as it is going to be DPI in the end zone. That'll set us up at the 1. Now the Bengals have gotten a great push up front. Goal line set here, and the fullback dive. Foot is shy of the end zone. Manning calls the timeout, and you've got to make sure you get it here as the offense does come back out here. Down 3 scores. Field goal doesn't help out much, and Foot, he's got it the second go. Capping off the big play from Hyatt. Jump ball with the penalty, and we get Grant Foot into the end zone. That is a massive sequence of plays here for our Tennessippi. down 21-7. We start the second half on defense. We've got to have some big plays from that group. Still a whole half to play. And if we're to find ourselves going up against the Bears or the Saints, we're going to need a massive comeback right now. And with all the turnovers we have forced in the second half of these games in the postseason, I know we can get the job done. First, we got to get Lawrence out of his X factor, and we've got to have tighter coverage. We can't leave open targets here for Lawrence. We know he's going to find them. Adjustments have to be made here. 1st and 10 at the 42. Lawrence looking for another pass. He goes up top, and wide open again is McConkey. Can we play some defense here, fellas? Again, we've played so well in the postseason defensively. Not seeing it here. Lawrence with a quick throw. He's got Kmet for a gain of 5. That's honestly been some of their shorter plays. You get 2 of those, you got a first down. At least you should. You never know with the NFL refs. Pass downfield. Nelson slips the tackle. Bengals back up by 3. Just an awful start from the defense. Once again, putting the pressure on the offense. It's only had one good drive. DK in motion here. Prescott's got to be perfect as Wright hesitates. He had all the space. He's still rumbling. A whole lot of effort for no gain. And if he just hit the hole originally, we would have had at least a gain of 5. 2nd and 10 then. Just at the 22, Prescott with a 4-man rush. Goes with a quick throw to Hyatt. He's had the only big play so far for the offense. And he nearly picks up the first down there, marked a few inches shy. We'll bring out Foot here with the I form, handing it off down the middle, and picking up the first down goes right. Not sure why we waited until this game to have a balanced attack. Down 3 touchdowns, you figured we'd be passing a little bit more. Prescott, he hands it off again. Down the middle, picking up a gain of about 5. He had 5 until he got pushed back. No forward progress given. Just the gain of 4. Shy of the 40-yard line here with 2 up top, 1 below. Prescott, blitz, throws Hyatt, and he's got a first down to Hyatt. That's what we got to have. Bengals, they're going to bring the blitz. We've seen it. We just got to pass over it. Injury update, JOK is back out there. He was injured on the first, if not second play of the game. The offense picking up another gain of 4. That time, Jonathan Mingo. 2nd and 6. As we've got motion, Hyatt going to send him to the top. Looks like it might be man coverage here. As rolling into the pressure, Prescott makes it a whole lot easier for Hutchinson. If you run right at him. Double A gap look here with an empty set. We set up a wide receiver screen. What is this play calling today? And an injury is to A.J. Brown. He's going to head to the tunnel. He was brought in to help push this team over the top, and now they might have to do it without him, especially here with a 4th and 16. Prescott, he makes a change on the outside. Mingo comes on in to that right-hand side. He's got DK, and he underthrows the pass. It's a turnover on downs. Another example of the team just shooting themselves in the foot. They had the matchup. They had the inside shade. It was everything you need, and there is more that we need. Emerson picks off Lawrence. It's a foot race that takes it to the pylon. Pick 6, Emerson Jr. Is that the turning point this Tennessippi team needed? Only time will tell. As the offense for the Bengals right back out, but this is the first time since the first drive Lawrence is not in his X factor. We get a little bit of pressure, but he immediately finds Green. This is looking like AJ Green with the play we've seen. Not the case though, but up at the 44 now, Lawrence with a quick throw finds Green yet again. He definitely wasn't their leading target this year. That was JSN. We haven't seen him at all. It's been all Green. 2nd and 5, and Lawrence is back in his X factor. Easily slipping right back on into it. Under pressure, delivers a catchable but also pickable ball. Emerson decides that time, take the safer option, knock it away. 3rd and 5 at the 49. 2 up top, 1 below. Lawrence has his target but had to come back for it, and that pushes him back behind the line. No forward progress. 4th and 3. That should be a punt. Now Prescott, He's got to step his game up here, lead his offense to a touchdown drive. With about 40 seconds left in the quarter, deep shot, and he finds DK, and a one-and-done drive, 28-21. Tennissippi is storming back. He put all of that 85 arm strength into that one, put it on the money. And DK continues his streak of big plays. A massive swing this second half, though not from that first drive. Pick six has changed things a little bit here. Strong run from Benson. He shakes off a couple defenders, picking up 9. Now, he didn't have that many carries this year. Did have 4 rushing touchdowns. We've seen another one here today. The final play of the third. They motion out Komet, play action. Lawrence spinning, throwing, and getting speared. He left his receiver in green high and dry. But we head to the fourth quarter. Definitely won the third quarter. 28-21. We need a stop on defense. We need that ball back with another touchdown. And a great opportunity right here at the 39, a 3rd and 1. Split backfield as Lawrence will look to throw. Open across the middle, Cole Komet. Still, that coverage just a little bit loose. Need that tightened up here, 1st and 10. Quick swing out up top and a gain of about 2 to 3. A lot of different looks from the Bengals. Their OC has changed things up a lot. Haven't quite seen the adjustments from our DC, at least ones that are working. As they now go to another screen, Green. He makes it a manageable 3rd down here. Defense couldn't get the stop last time. This time it's a tight set, bunch up top, 1 down to the bottom. Lawrence still looking to pass with another wide open target. We're just not getting a man on each person out there, probably playing a little bit too much zone. Our defense has to find a way to at least get that man on everyone. Another pick would go a long way here. Lawrence, we bring the blitz. Emerson could have had it. Staring down the receiver rather than looking for the ball. Perhaps our defense just not communicating out there. Everyone knows, pass ball Oski. 2nd and 2. Tight shotgun set here. They're inside field goal range. Komet motions out. Lawrence with another quick throw. Jarred away Cameron Dantzler. So it takes a guy from the bench to come out here and finally break up a pass. Plus put him in tight coverage. 3rd and 2. Another play action. Another wide open target. Nelson down inside the 20 here. Defense, you've got to get a stop. Field goal makes this thing a 2-score game yet again. Lawrence didn't like the look here. He's going to change things up, make it an empty set. Trips down to the bottom, 2 up top. Motioning, we got Green on a little zig motion. We leave the middle wide open. Going up top, and a touchdown. Cole Komet holds on. Defense, we needed you that drive. You didn't show. But with about 4.5 minutes left in this game, back down by 2 scores. The offense coming on out here. They got trips to the right-hand side, Knox to the left. As they toss this one up for Hyatt. Lays out, but it's too far out in front. Prescott's definitely missed a few plays today. Can't afford too many more. As we've got motion to the right-hand side. A.J. Brown has not returned. Prescott, he's looking to rumble here. Takes a big shot, 3rd and 1. Though he's going to get up. And we've got to make sure we pick up that 1st down. Handing this one off down the middle. Bouncing off a couple tacklers. Getting to the outside right. Breaks all the way to the outside. Looks for the slip back lane. He breaks another tackle down at the 25. A huge play there from the running game. Continuing that hurry up here. Now looking for the end zone. And Prescott slid down in the backfield. I've no idea what that was outside of point shaving. Simple as that. Prescott just gave himself up. Now looking for a Hyatt. Off the mark again. Now you don't have to get the 1st down all in one pass here with a 3rd and 18. Again, thanks to Prescott sacking himself. Just got to pick up some yardage. Can't even get the screen off. Godfrey gets back there. And once again, a 4th and long here for Prescott. Hard count, no one jumps. He's got 2 to the left, 1 to the right-hand side. Letting things develop. He's got another open target, and it's off the mark and picked off. Asante Samuel Jr. had Jonathan Mingo open in the end zone. This was not the game for Prescott to come out here and lay an egg. He had one good pass. That was the DK touchdown. We're down 2 touchdowns here, and it looks like the Bengals are in chew clock mode. And rightfully so. They've made all the plays they had to have today, plus more. 2nd and 8, play clock down to 2. They snap it. Benson wide open down the middle. Safeties crash on it, leaving a 3rd and 1. And it's been these short down and distances. Defense hasn't even come close to making the plays, whether it's running or passing. 3rd and 1, play action. Lawrence had his receiver. It's our first strip away from that receiver. And we're going to get a punt. Defense, they got the stop. But our hope is hanging on by a thin thread. 149. Starting with a bunch here, we've got motion is base, that second tight end. He's going to head all the way to the outside here. As Prescott, he's looking deep for Hyatt. Tipped away in 1v1. Trying to stretch the field a little bit, open things up. Play 1 doesn't open anything up. 2nd and 10. Once again, motion here from base. It's that zig motion. See a lot of that from this offense. Everyone covered up. They go to the outside right, gets the catch. He picks up 4 and he's out of bounds. Definitely going to need a little bit more than that. Obviously 4 down territory, but running out of time here, down by 2 scores. Prescott making changes here. Waiting for the play to develop. Pass across, downfield, Jonathan Mingo. That time he hooked up on that deep end. They've tried that a few times. Finally hitting it here, hopefully not a little bit too late. As he's going back to Mingo. Broken up, Asante Samuel Jr. 1:12 left, 3 timeouts. As it's trips to the left-hand side, 2 safeties over the top. As now they go with a jump ball here for DK, and a touchdown! Tennessippi back within 7. Now do they go for the onside, or do they hope their defense can get yet another stop? They will send out the defense. 104. You got to get a quick stop here. Down the middle, Benson, nowhere to go. Maybe a gain of 1, first timeout called. But just got to be aware of that quick pop-up pass. We've seen the Bengals do it a good bit. They have 3 tight ends out there, 1 in motion towards the top. Lawrence is going to look to throw here, getting the pick. Offense set up to tie the game here at the 22. It's Waller, the free safety. Lawrence threw the ball. Why would you throw the ball this late in the game? Absolute chaos here in the AFC Conference Championship. With 54 seconds and 2 timeouts, they go with a draw right down the middle, and he's down inside the 10. Offense has those timeouts. They don't choose to call one yet. 1st and goal. Lawrence. He's going up for Hyatt. Jarred free. They've relied a lot on those jump balls today. It's worked out. 23 seconds. Got to find a touchdown play, though. And stepping up, Prescott, touchdown! A tied game here. 19 seconds left. I don't know how we've gotten to this point, but we are level here, 35-35. Now the Bengals do have 3 timeouts. They have 17 seconds. We know their kicker can hit from near 60 yards away. Can our defense make one more big play? Trips up top. Lawrence with a 4-man rush dumps this off. McConkey not going very far. And we're not going to see the line there either because we're headed to overtime. We storm back in the second half, doubling the score here from the Bengals. And it's 35-35. Shenanigans in the AFC Conference Championship. And what makes it even better is your Tennessippi win the coin flip. It will be the offense coming on out here, though with a chance to play a completely different style game. They had been focused so heavily on that deep ball pass, big play offense. Now they could slow things down a little bit. Essentially a whole new ball game, though. You get a touchdown, game is over. Though, good play from the Bengals line to start. No gain for Wright. 2nd and 10, motion on that right-hand side. As Prescott, he rolls, throws, and it's a loss of 1. JOK was all over that. 3rd and long. Offense has sat in this spot quite often today as they've got Hyatt. Beautiful ball from Prescott. And in terms of the battle of the best receivers today, we haven't seen JSN. Hyatt, he's popped up for a couple good ones. Base in motion here. That zig motion. As they hand it off, Wright has to cut back immediately. But Hutchinson from that weak side. Run game not showing well here this drive. Bengals trying to close that. Force the throw from Prescott. As he has an open target across the middle. There's Jonathan Mingo with a first down grab. Definitely a different style to the offense. That is for sure. Prescott with trips to the left-hand side here. Making a change at the line. As they go back to Wright. Again, not much space, gain of 2. The front 7 has just been dominant today here for the Bengals. Inside 5 minutes here. Prescott dropping back to throw under pressure. Hutchinson, a 3rd and 16. Yet again, Dak bails too far backwards. And we're not exactly in field goal range here either. Once again, another 3rd and long as they go Hyatt. It's picked off. Bengals take over. Dak tried to thread it, and Mapu picks it off. A slightly delayed reaction to that, and it might be a Hyatt first down. Instead, Lawrence with an opportunity to not completely blow this game. They need a field goal to win. 4:21 left on the clock. They go jet sweep. Nelson with space. He's got the first down and more by the 50 and out field goal range. Who would have thought jet sweep might have been the biggest play of this game? Lawrence changing up the look here. 1st and 10 at the 37. He goes spread empty. Trips up top, 2 down below. Motions green with that zig motion. Flips it the opposite way into the flat. Benson, I don't know if they're going to give him forward progress. Doesn't quite look like it. Refs mark it no gain, and this is about the extent of the field goal range, at least what the marker's telling us here. Lawrence drifting back, throwing wide open. That's definitely field goal range. McConkey at the 24. All the Bengals need is that field goal. Unless Lawrence wants to give us with another turnover. Taking his time, he's still looking to throw the ball. Up top, it's picked off! We called for it, we got it! Waller takes it over, and the insanity continues. At this point, we've got to have a fantastic play to finish this one off. 2 spread either side here. Prescott, he's making a change yet again. Got to find a big play here to one of his targets, or he's going to step up down the middle as there wasn't anyone open. Takes a little bit of contact. They say he slides prior to the line to gain, so he'll get a little bit of hurry-up action here. 2nd and inches. Lowe's going to make another change here. Keeping with the 2 spread. Getting the snap off before the 2-minute warning. Right, he breaks 1. He's not going to break by the 2nd, but he sets us up here at the 45. Inside the 2-minute warning here of overtime. What happens here if we run out of time? There is Wright. He gets the catch. Mapu catches up to him, but that is inside field goal range. Elliott could hit from here. Offense goes into a hurry up as Wright, he cuts back to the left. He gets tracked down by Boye Mafe. Despite looking completely gassed out there, Wright is staying in. They hand it off to him to the right-hand side. He's got the first down. 86 yards rushing. But with about 40 seconds, Evans comes on out here. Some fresh legs at running back. And he's got the lane. The Tennessippi State-only challenge is headed to the Super Bowl. What a comeback. What a chaotic AFC Conference Championship. 41-35, the overtime winner to Zach Evans on his one and only play out on the field. But we are not done yet. Chaos goes in favor as the first 4 years of this series were chaotic, but in the opposite way. Trevor Lawrence absolutely blew that game. Several big turnovers. Waller with the late game overtime pick to give us one last chance. DK had one heck of a game out there. Hyatt as well. We made some mistakes, but boy did we overcome. I have never seen such a chaotic game. From midway to overtime, the first half was definitely nowhere in our favor, but we made some big plays to bounce back. And with that, we head to Tampa Bay to take on the New Orleans Saints in the Super Bowl, end of season 5. No matter what happens in this game, it will be the final of All States Only Challenge here, so you do not want to miss it, as we are taking on a very good New Orleans Saints team. Number 1 in points per game, 3rd in passing yards. We are the 4th offense in points per game, 1st in passing yards. We get a little bit more of an edge when it comes to rushing defense. They are a little bit middle of the road, slightly below in the other categories, so it should be another really good game. Just like today's game, we're going to be facing a really good roster. Lamar Jackson, the quarterback, 99 overall. Jordan Addison, also 99. You got Devin Lloyd, a 95. Jonathan Brooks, a 94. At corner, A.J. Terrell Jr., 93. Quinn Miners along the offensive line, a 92, as well as Fashanu, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And then you get into some upper 80s. This is a very good team. And we're going to need our secondary to step up a good bit, with Addison, Franklin, and Robinson, and you've got to keep an eye here on Courtney Page at tight end. This is an extremely important game, so do not miss it. Hit that bell icon in the bottom right, or scroll down and hit the sub button, as both buttons do the same thing. Definitely hit that bell icon so you're notified of when these videos go live, as next Thursday will indeed be the final episode for All States Only here. We started in California. We're ending Tennessippi, but technically in Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl. Final episode. Do not miss it. Also, do not miss the Stanford Cardinal Dynasty every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday on College Football 25, as they also might have a playoff appearance in Season 3. It's been a huge season for them. A lot of big games happening. Don't miss next time as we wrap out a overarching series that's been years in the making.